part 2 of Jonathan Harker's journal, dated May 8th. Jonathan has just discovered that he's a prisoner in the castle. When I found out that I was a prisoner, a sort of wild feeling came over me. I rushed up and down the stair, trying every door and peering out of every window I could find. But after a little, the conviction of my helplessness overpowered all other things. When I look back after a few hours, I think I must have been mad for a time, for I behaved much as a rat does in a trap. When, however, the conviction had come to me that I was helpless, I sat down as quietly as I have ever done anything in my life, and began to think over what was best to be done. I am thinking still, and as yet have come to no definite conclusion. Of one thing only am I certain. There's no use making my ideas known to the Count. He knows well that I am imprisoned, and as he has done it himself, and has doubtless his own motives for it, he would only deceive me if I trusted him fully with the facts. As far as I can see, my only plan will be to keep my knowledge and my fears to myself and my eyes open. I am, I know, either being deceived like a baby by my own fears, or else I am in desperate straits. And if the latter be so, I need and shall need all my brains to get through. I had hardly come to this conclusion when I heard the great door below shut, and knew that the Count had returned. He did not come at once into the library, so I went cautiously to my own room, and found him making the bed. That's unexpected that the master of the house in this time would be doing the chores. Apparently, Jonathan agrees with me. This was odd, but only confirmed what I had all along thought, that there were no servants in the house. When later I saw him through the chink of the hinges of the door laying the table in the dining room, I was assured of it. For if he does himself all these menial offices, surely it is proof that there is no one else to do them. This gave me a fright, for if there's no one else in the castle, it must have been the Count himself, who was the driver of the coach that brought me here. This is a terrible thought, for if so, what does it mean that he could control the wolves as he did, by only holding up his hand in silence? That's a good question. Whoops. Sorry, my spot went away. How was it that all the people at Bistreet's and on the coach had some terrible fear for me? What meant the giving of the crucifix, of the garlic, of the wild rose, of the mountain ash? Bless that good woman who hung the crucifix around my neck, for it is a comfort and a strength to me whenever I touch it. It is odd that a thing which I had been taught to regard with disfavor and as idolatrous should in a time of loneliness and trouble be of help. I'm grateful that there's something that helps him feel better, because he's in a rough spot. Is it that there is something in the essence of the thing itself, or that it is a medium, a tangible help in conveying memories of sympathy and comfort? Sometime, if it may be, I must examine this matter and try to make my mind up about it. In the meantime, I must find out all I can about Count Dracula, as it may help me to understand. Tonight, he may talk of himself if I turn the conversation that way. I must be very careful, however, not to awake his suspicion. And we have one more entry coming up, which will be its own video, as is my practice. Thank you for joining me for this harrowing adventure, and I hope to see you in the next video.